Paul DORPAT and Jean SHERRARD. Good morning to you both. A pleasure to have you here.
Good morning.
And Paul, you're also the curator of Seattle Now and Then. That's been featured, for 36 years every Sunday on the inside back page of the Seattle Times. That is absolutely amazing, and I really do love both of your work. I think it's fascinating to see, especially as quickly as our city's changing. Some of the images that were then now could have been, wow, I'm blowing my own mind. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, the city's changing so quickly.
Yeah, it's going fast. And one of the big changes that we see is when we walk down the street, and I think everyone in town has done this, and if you grew up here or if you lived here for a certain amount of time, you walk down the street and you just don't recognize it.
Yeah.
Where did that building go that I've known for the last 20 years?
Yeah.
So it's really quite shocking and stunning, and this is this book is, and the column that Paul's worked on is a response to how we chart those changes.
And is in the book is Seattle's oldest house.
Yes.
And what's marvelous about it is that the original photo Paul got from Ivar, or Ivar.
And all of my stuff, and I have now a very large archive of hundreds of thousands of what they call units. A unit is anything that has a kind of solidity to it. It's a slide, a tape, a piece of ephemera. So we've got hundreds of thousands in there.
It's one man's vision of where we come from. He chose these topics and these subjects, and that's why he's been repeatedly acknowledged as a living treasure, because he's brought, and not only that, he's used this artistic sensibility, the photography sensibility, and he's brought those treasures right back to us. So that's my deflection.
Well, it's also, what you said is also very good. You want me to tell you what we're doing now? This right here it tells us what it is right down here. It's the parade for the Shriners. Unfortunately, the year is cut off, but I think I know the year. It's 1936. But let's blow it up once and so you get a better look at it. Look at the lineup of buses. All these people had to come down to town and see the parade, so they took buses. Huh. This is one of many thousands of negative holders that I have for negatives that are copy negatives or internegatives taken or exposed usually from prints. In this case, from prints that we are examining tonight for a story to do for the Times on trolleys. So if you'd have looked at every one of these things, you'd see a trolley in every one of these negatives. And I'm right now interested in this particular negative right here, because I want to know what's the number on the side of the trolley. And I'm going to do that now. And indeed, there it is. It's number 525, which makes me happy.
This is a fascinating book because you tell the story through photos, and really the photos say it all. There has been so much change. What inspired you to start collecting photos? Jean was the inspiration.
Now, Jean does the contemporary photos, and I've been researching the historical, illustrative past of the city for
Almost 40 years.
no longer than that, Jean. But 40 years that you've been alive. This woman right here is whom we call Princess Angeline, because that was that's what the locals call her. She was king.
She was the daughter
She was the
of Chief Seattle.
Chief Seattle.
And here she is. She would pose for photographs around the city to make a little spare change because we didn't treat our native.
That's right.
Of jazz music and throngs were.
So it is
actually his birthday. He turns 80 today. So let's all sing together. Wait a second, I gotta record this. It's being recorded. My place is full. All right, I think you're singing. Let me sing.
Happy birthday to you.
And so here they are around the same spot 7 years later. Why don't kids come to these things? Liana is a dancer. She's dancing this afternoon. What are they today? Dancing. Oh, dancing.
Thank you.